life is like a rocket, then it takes off. First I plotted, then I got it, couldn't wait long. I put the pedal to the metal, then took the brakes off. And I kept it A1 like the steak sauce. My paychecks used to be a pair of Jordans, and I know I can't afford them, but I went ahead and bought them. Then I quit, started spent my money on recording. Yeah, the studio was small, but man, that made me a fortune. Made me a fortune, man.
Made me a fortune, man.
Trying to stop
me.
Shady! Throwing some shade. It's a coach.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Cleveland Browns and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Room here to run. 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left. And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did, so you got to steel yourself at that.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Doug Baldwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The numbers for Hogan from a week ago: 4 catches, 66 yards.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy, and that's exactly where he is now, number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Now, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play. But when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, Isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
They start the drive with Lynch. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
It's complete right side to Benjamin. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
And a short gain down to about the 33. It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here comes LaShawn McCoy as he trots back out there now. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Wagner coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. On 2nd down, Wilson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Mike Daniels in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Able to avoid him at the 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Off the play fake, Mariota. On the move to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Third and long here for Mariota. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
How are you?
Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And the Chiefs
I'm
have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
They all had to get off and do some stuff, so I switched over to Madden.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy.
That's fine. I had to play one of my Madden games anyways.
With a 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins.
Well, because I'm in the league, that league I told you about.
But where the real intrigue
so I had to play like my game for the
edge, whether it's
week.
an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game.
Right.
If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very
How are you?
play.
What are you up to?
8 yards on the pick up there, and it moves the sticks.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the
Did
second
they?
half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
You know better.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is Eddie Lacy with it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On 1st down, Wilson. And Walker with it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a 1st down carry. It's Lacy. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Lacy. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Sounds good. Sounds like it.
Now McCoy. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Wilson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Here comes Montgomery now to return it. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with a buck. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball.
Look here, I got a husband at PCS, and these are shit I got to know.
Over into the game.
And they start the second half with a carry by McCoy. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's going to have a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Flushed out right. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Julian Edelman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. Okay, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen in today's NFL, they're going to weigh over 300 pounds, but that doesn't mean they don't have agility. And the way that they can get out in front of the runner and create a space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and the runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because it's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked really well for a nice piece of yardage.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Benjamin with it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming and down he goes. Muhammad Wilkerson. In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
And plays like that really
only
hurt
about
they had a really nice gain on the
months,
previous play,
give or
but gave
take.
about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front.
Which means they got a lot of packing I gotta do.
Down he goes.
On second down, Montgomery. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to
Technically, it's like the end of next month. It's the end of November.
Chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Mariota from the gun on third down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes, Julian Edelman. So close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 78 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. LaShawn McCoy, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now, when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
Here comes Montgomery now, the returner. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Whoa, when did Hawaii become part of the topic?
They went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. First down, Mariota. And his pass incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
To throw is Mariota. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Mariota now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing, Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. Oh, look at the juke. And now running right through it. With a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on.
I know, last I heard, Casey was having issues with old Marine boy.
Out of hand.
Yeah, but I think they were just like little shit. Like, they're not having enough sex, apparently.
Now a first down carry here from McCoy. Nice footwork by McCoy.
Like, from her end. Like, she's not getting enough sex out of him.
12 yards there as they move to James. Well, earlier we talked about the key being keeping him under 100 yards. Forget that. He's over that mark now.
And that rushing total for him has correlated.
Do we have that issue, honey? Are you not getting enough sex from me?
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Now he'll escape to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to throw with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility.
It feels like
hands.
That's
good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Decent start to the drive, and let's face it,
feels like the
things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
I tried warming you up.
Throwing is Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete. Tremont Williams there to break
I thought I warmed it up.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That's just what...
Mariota now to throw on first down. Pass incomplete. The
I'm good, hon.
That'll bring up second.
You know I'm good.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely.
I said, oh, you know I'm good.
More air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A second down throw here for Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Coleman. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Play fake. Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Yeah, I can.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
On first and 10, here's Mariota.
Right.
Tremont Williams there to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards
I think we figured that out when we were on the comfort.
They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second down, Mariota again. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Montgomery a first down and then some. That one goes for 24 yards. Offense for them.
All right, I'll probably head over to the Mexican joint
They're
and
thinking
get
the
me some
exact
food
same
here
thing
in a little bit.
themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these players.
No, I'm probably not going to drink too much. I'm trying to actually get some stuff done, like be moderately productive. So I probably won't drink. I'll probably, if anything, I'll just have like a regular one. And then when I come home, I'll have like a cup of coffee because I'm trying to actually get some productive stuff done. Which, you know, I got a full box of stuff, but I'm working on my second box right now. It's mostly just been a lot of like bubble wrapping.
Mariota on 2nd and 10. Caught Eifert over the middle.
Yeah, get your ass over here and help me.
Brought down. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Yeah.
Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Yeah, what you don't understand is that someone's got to...
A first down throw for Mariota. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Why do I have to need the pilot's license?
On that one and another first down.
Why do I have to need the pilot's license?
They'll throw again. Mariota. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
I didn't even ride a simulator in boot camp.
With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. On 3rd down, Mariota. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns get a score closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a
discussion. All right, I'll talk to you later, honey.
Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Bye, babe.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game, they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve. And
you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Lacey gets the handoff from Wilson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Finds his target. It's Gates. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Forward with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Defense. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the counter, here's McCoy. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. Shifts by him. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Wilson on second down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Wilson wants to throw it. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Julian Edelman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it? Yeah. This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But that's the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal. Win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Tampa Bay, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.